I started streaming earlier this year, just something to fill the time after work. I wasn't chasing subscribers or trying to go viral. I was bored mostly. Streaming low-key games felt like a better way to unwind than watching reruns or doom scrolling on TikTok. My setup was bare bones, just my laptop, a $10 mic, and a lamp propped up behind the chair for lighting. I streamed stuff like Stardew, Sims, unpacking games. Chill vibes, small talk. I averaged maybe 2 or 3 viewers per stream, usually nobody I recognized. Then one night, a username popped up in the chat, Quiet Watcher 27. He said, "Hey," and stayed the whole stream. Nothing weird, just the occasional message like, "That farm layout looks good," or "I like your background music." Totally normal. The next night, he was back. Then again the next stream, and the next. He started sending small donations, $5 here, 3 there. I remember being way more excited than I should have been. I even thanked him out loud, like 3 separate times. It felt validating, like someone actually hanging out in this tiny corner of the internet I was carving out. Over time, his messages got a little bit more specific. Still casual, but they stood out. Like one time I made an offhand comment about being tired and craving something sweet, and he said, "You strike me as the type to keep peanut butter M&Ms in the freezer." That was weirdly accurate. I had never said that on stream. I was sure of that. Still, it could have been a lucky guess. So I laughed it off and played along. Then he guessed the kind of coffee I drank. Then what show I'd been binging for the week before. Not wildly specific things, but just accurate enough to make you pause. But I kept brushing it off. That's the thing about early red flags. You squint at them long enough until they start to look like coincidences. Then came the night I streamed without a camera. I'd been sick and I looked like hell. So it was just my voice, no face cam. I was playing Animal Crossing, mostly just narrating what I was doing while clearing flowers and moving fences. Out of nowhere, Quiet Watcher types, "You still look cute, even with messy hair." I just stared at the screen. There was no webcam, no mirror, nothing reflective. I was sitting in an oversized hoodie in the dark, talking to maybe 4 people, and one of them thought they could see me. I ended the stream with some quick excuse about feeling lightheaded. Then I shut my laptop and sat there, listening to the silence in my apartment. That's when I started locking the windows, pulling the blinds during the day, checking my phone camera for anything unusual. But the part that hit the hardest came a few nights later when my friend Molly came over. She was in the background during part of the stream, just hanging out on the couch, off camera. You could barely hear her voice. We were laughing about something when I saw a new message. "Your friend's laugh is cute. I like the way she tucks her hair behind her ear." My blood ran cold. She hadn't been on camera. And the only way to notice that detail, the hair thing, would have been if you could actually see her. I turned off the stream and told Molly everything. She tried to stay calm, but I could see the worry in her face. We ended up calling the non-emergency police line and reporting what happened. They told us they'd send somebody by to talk, but unless there was a direct threat, there really wasn't much they could do. The cop who showed up that night was decent. He took a report and looked through the chat log, but nothing crossed the legal line. I asked, what should I do next? His answer? Get a door camera, keep your blinds closed, and be careful what you post online. After that, I deleted my stream archive, shut down my account, and went full lockdown mode. I even stopped using food delivery because I didn't want to open the door to strangers. Things went quiet for a bit, until 2 weeks later. It was almost 1 a.m., and I realized I had forgotten to take the trash out. In my building, there's a trash room down the hall with a chute. You need a key fob to get in. I didn't think anything of it, just grabbed the bag, slipped on my slippers, and walked to the end of the hallway. When I opened the door, there was a man already inside. He was standing in the far corner of the room, motionless. His hood was up, his face in the shadow, and in his hand I could see something, metal, maybe keys or I don't know, but it glinted in the light. We stared at each other for over half a second. Then he stepped forward. I slammed the door shut and sprinted back to my apartment. I didn't even look behind me. I locked the door, pushed the kitchen chair under the knob, and called 911 with my hands shaking so bad I could barely dial. The police came fast, searched the trash room. He was gone. But the lock showed signs of being tampered with. And in the corner, behind one of the bins, they found a cheap wired earbud. Just one. A few weeks earlier during a stream, Quiet Watcher 27 told me he used the old school earbuds because they were less noticeable in public. That's when it clicked. He wasn't just watching. He had been here. I moved out the next morning, packed what I could. I left the rest. I didn't care. I live in a different city now. No more streaming, no more social media, nothing under my name anyway. Sometimes I still wonder what he wanted. What would have happened if I had taken the trash out 2 minutes later or earlier? But most of the time, I try not to think about it.